Emily is live?
Emily's live?
Welcome to Emily is Live with me, Emily Dolan Davis. Come and hang out whilst I share my experiences in the music industry. You can ask me questions live and we can get you one step closer to your professional dreams.
Emily's live!
Hi! We're back. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous. It feels like so long. My heart is racing since I've managed to be live with you guys. But welcome to the brand new podcast. So this is Emily Live, and we are live. Funnily enough, the title says it all, really, I guess. So we are back to where all this live stream started. I know there's probably a lot of new people watching and listening and stuff, but I just thought that I'd start by telling you a little bit about me, because I think there may be a few new viewers and listeners through, especially this last week, the Count Me In documentary that came out on Netflix, which I'm so proud of, and it all happened very quickly because I filmed that, so I was interviewed for that over 3 years ago, I think it was. So suddenly on Monday night I got an email just going, oh, by the way, this is out tomorrow, and it's going to be on Netflix. And I was like, whoa! So it went from 0 to 100 really, really quick. So just whilst people are coming in, if you're in the room, say hello. I will be chatting throughout, ask any questions that you have whilst we go. This first episode is literally just going to be an intro to me, if you don't know much about me, and also what you can expect from this series, this weekly podcast. Oh, you can tell I haven't done this in so long. I feel so awkward, but it's kind of fun. So we've already got Disaster in. Hello, Michael. How are you? Who apparently has been sitting here since Friday night when he first got the notification. We've also got Charlotte Bibby who's in. Hello, Charlotte was in way before I started live streaming, so hello to you. And we've also got Arno Pauls is in, who is a fairly new fella to the group, but we love having him here, so that's really good. So, for those who don't know who I am, my name is Emily Dolan Davis. I am by trade a drummer. And so I started playing in 99, grew up in North London, started playing by just essentially going to this drum group thing that started happening at my school. Was literally the shyest kid that you could ever imagine, which I know probably seems a little bit strange when you look at me now, but here we are. So I went to this drum club, sat down, started playing, doing what the teacher was telling me, loved it, fell completely head over heels in love. About 2 or 3 years later, I was like, right, I was fully in, and I was like, right, I want to do this for my career, and I totally committed myself to making this my career, playing drums, and I managed to do it. So over the years I've played with a ton of people like The Darkness, Bryan Ferry, Tricky, Cher Lloyd, Kim Wilde, still with Kim Wilde actually at the moment, Howard Jones, the Thompson Twins, and I often say basically anyone that will have me. That is very much my philosophy. I also play on a TV show in the UK called The Voice Kids. There's a new series of that will be out soon. And I've sort of toured, recorded. I have my own studio. Well, I say I have my own studio. I did have my own studio, then we moved house. So it's currently being built. I'm looking over it right now. And that's called emilydrums.com, where I basically record professional drums for independent artists. And I started a series called A Drummer's Guide 2 back in 2018. Which was basically addressing all the stuff that goes into being a professional musician that isn't the playing side of things, because I feel like loads of people talk about that, but nobody was really talking about all the other stuff that goes into it. And when I was a kid, I was obsessed with trying to find out about all that other stuff, and there wasn't a lot of information about it. I would obsessively read interviews and biographies of musicians and documentaries and just try and work out what all the commonalities were to all these professional musicians and why it was that they were a professional and what I needed to do to get there as well. So I started a series at Drummer's Guide 2, and that was my experience that I could just share with people, which kind of has led me to this point as well. What else can I tell you about? I also run an educational series and course called the Remote remote recording business workshop and course, and that's about people that also want to run remote recording businesses. And basically, let's just talk about this series, how it's come to be, because back when COVID hit, I was doing a lot of live streams, and I would live stream when I was recording drums for artists in emilydrums.com in my studio. And what started out being just something, I can't even remember what the initial thing was. I think it was just like, oh, it might be quite interesting for people to watch. And this, I think I started live streaming actually in 2019, in January. And gradually, a few people would come and hang out. And it was really cool. And it was like this really nice thing, as well as, you know, doing this fun thing of recording for people. It's like, oh, I'll get to hang out as well, we'll have a chat. Anyway, these live streams, I swear, they started out at maybe like 30 or 40 minutes. By the last one, now the last one I did was in October last year, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. It was, I think, going on 3 hours long, recording one song for someone, but mostly chatting to everyone, because we just created this incredible group of people who are just so wonderful and so caring. A lot of them are in right now. I've just seen Nathan's in as well. Hello Nathan, how are you? Yeah, it just became this amazing space, very supportive, very chatty, mostly about food. A lot about music and stuff like that, of course, mostly about food though, let's face it. And yeah, it was just this really great space. But what happened in October is, I think I caught COVID. I'm not sure, but anyway, I caught something that really knocked me out. It really took away all of my energy, and I wish I did try and do one other live stream, which a lot of you guys were at, and I just had to stop it halfway through because I was like, I can't physically do this. I was also recording, and I was like, I had another track to do, I think. And I was just like, guys, I just need to go because I don't have the physical energy. Anyway, it wiped me out, and I thought, oh, I'll be fine after a week or whatever. I was not fine for months. I'm still not 100%, I'll be honest. I'm a lot better, but what it meant was it gave me a chance. Like, I was flawed. Okay, you guys know me pretty well that here. I like to be busy, I like to be active, I like to be doing stuff all the time, and yeah, my body would not let me, and that was really annoying. It was really upsetting, it was really frustrating. So I took the time and I was like, right, I'm gonna just step back and just chill and think about what I want to be doing more of and what I want to be doing less of, and that's very much how I run my life. Like, I like to maximize the things that I enjoy and minimize the things that I don't enjoy, basically. And I realized how much I loved doing these live streams and hanging out with you guys, and just yeah, it really brought me so much joy. But what I also realized was, coupling that with recording, it's great, but it definitely was not the most effective way of doing it, because I wasn't able to live stream because of my energy levels. I then was just doing recording, and I was recording like, I don't know, 8 tracks in a day compared to like the one in 3 hours. I was like, right, maybe we should separate these two things, and that's okay, because it means that A, I can focus solely on the music when I'm recording it, and B, I can focus solely on you guys and just hanging out, basically, and having a nice time. And then I thought, well, let me couple it with the A Drummer's Guide 2 type format, so I can talk on a subject about an experience I've had, or tell you about a story of something that happened that I thought was really useful for me, and hopefully it'll be useful for you, or inspire you, or, I don't know, motivate you. All these things, I don't know, you need to take from me what you can, because I'm just sitting here, a bit of a mess, but I do have a lot of experience and a lot of stuff, and even if it just sort of inspires you in what not to do, I'm happy with that. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. And now I've completely lost my train of thought. Anyway, here we are, and I decided to combine A Drummer's Guide to a live streaming element, and then being able to actually answer your questions live, because another thing that happened 3 or 4 weeks ago is that my Instagram account got deleted. Don't know why, don't know how, but here we are, which was very frustrating. Don't get me wrong, but equally there was something actually quite freeing about it, because it was such a big account that it was very difficult for me to interact with people. And I felt so guilty about that, especially with the core sort of group of people that are here right now and whoever else that I wasn't able to properly say hello to. And that really got to me, basically. So I just used this as an opportunity. I was like, right, start a new Instagram account. At least now I can be more present. But the other thing is I can answer any questions and interact with people on here in this space that I'm saying will be an hour each of these episodes. But I know me and I know you guys. Sorry, my computer is here. My camera is here. It's a bit weird. I know you guys and I know that we like to chat. So I'm not going to say that it's not going to be like 7 hours long at the same time. But let's start with about an hour just to curtail it a bit. But as I said, today's kind of just an introduction to me so that you can see what you're going to get from this series, I guess. So here's what the format is going to be. It's going to be me talking on a subject, some sort of story, something like that. And then we can just chat and you can ask me questions about the subject that I'm talking about or anything else, really. Anything else that you're struggling with or you've wondered about, and whether that's me personally or whether it's about a more global kind of idea or experience, that's totally cool. I kind of will chat about anything. I really will. And then we'll just hang out for a bit and just, if you're new here, you'll see exactly what I mean, because the guys here are just so much fun, and I'm kind of an incidental person that reads out all the comments. That's basically my job here. So that is what you can expect from this. But as I say, today is just a really short introductory hello, basically, to all of you. So with that being said, I have got a couple of questions that came in, like short questions. I got a lot of questions. I think I've got about 30 questions, but they're more long form. They will be episodes, but I got some short form questions that I thought would be really good to answer. And then I'll head over to the live questions in the room. I can see that Nathan's already chatting away, which is, I'm all about it. But before that, I wanted to say this live scenario, joining me live right now, if you want to be a part of that, you can be. Like, anyone can be. All you got to do is go to emilyislive.com. There's a sign up form and that's it. And you'll get a link to the live stream every week. If you're not into that, that's totally cool too. This episode and every episode will be released weekly, but it will be released a few days after it's been shot or recorded, basically, just so I can neaten it up a bit, because I do chat a lot of rubbish and, I want to make it maybe not, well, yes, as concise as possible, but I don't want to lose the essence of me being an idiot, essentially. But at the same time, I'm sure there'll be plenty of stuff that I'm just like, I just take that bit out, that nobody needs to hear that. So yeah, if you want to see it full form and be here and have a chat, then go to emily'slive.com, sign up there. If you don't, you can follow on all good podcast apps or there'll be YouTube as well. So I'll put it out as a full video as well. But anyway, right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to answer, there's a couple of questions that I got in before before we went live, and then we'll go live in the room and we can see what craziness unfolds. So, first question I had, it was an anonymous question on the website, and that is, what happened to your Instagram? This is a great question. I'd love to answer it for you. Honestly, I have no idea. So, little backstory, had an Instagram profile, had over 31,000 followers, and verified, blue tick, the whole thing. It's existed for, I want to say 10 years. I can't tell you for sure, because one day it just disappeared. Literally does not exist anymore, and I don't know what's happened. I've been racking my brains. The only thing I can think of is that I did use third-party software to post to Instagram, and I used a couple of different ones to do different things, and I wonder if Instagram just really freaked out at the amount of different places that it was being posted from and just went, nah, I'm not into this, and just delete it. I don't know. That's the best answer I can come up with. But I've started a new Instagram. If you go to @It's Emily Dolan Davis, then I'm there. You can follow me. We're starting again. I think I'm up to 500 followers right now. They are 500 of the best people. I love them very much, and we're having lovely chats, and it's awesome. But yeah, if you want to follow me over there, be part of the new profile, Please do. You'd be very welcome, of course. Right. So this next question is from Nathan Griffiths, who is in the room, as it were, right now. He says, "Have you ever tried cream cheese?" Yes, Nathan, it's gross. I don't like cheese. I like cheese that doesn't taste like cheese. So I like mozzarella, I like halloumi, I think that's pretty much it. So yes, cream cheese, no. I tell you what really upsets me as well. Cream cheese in sushi, so not a thing. So not a thing. The Japanese culture, cuisine, has very little dairy. So please stop putting cream cheese in your sushi. It's just not cool. It ruins it. As soon as I see that, I'm like, nope, not even that. So yes, cream cheese, that's that. On the food level, Arno, has asked me, stroopwafels. Discuss. Love stroopwafels. Stroopwafel and coffee just reminds me of touring with Kim Wilde in Germany and Denmark and all around the Netherlands. And I love it. I really have to watch myself when it comes to stroopwafels and not eating too much, especially eating them with a coffee, because obviously I have that in the morning and it's not great starting out my day with sweet stuff. So anyway, those are the questions that came in before we went live, so I just thought I'd quickly have a look at those. Right, let's go to the room. Right, so we've had Arno is saying, whoop, whoop, there she is. Here I am. Whether you like it or not, I am here. We are all here together. Right, Nathan says, hey, sorry, I was on Instagram. I'm wondering why the camera angle was so random. Yes, if you're on Instagram, come to YouTube and if you want to have a chat and actually ask some questions. I thought I'd just go live just to show people, okay, I'm over on YouTube, but may not do that again, but for now it's fine. I'm just trying stuff. This is very much my vibe, but just try stuff and then see what happens. I'm just gonna check my cool, streaming quality is good. Right, so Nathan says your recording live streams are so educational and brave of you. Oh, bless you. But the content is genuinely brilliant. I learn loads just watching your process. Oh, that's really cool. See, these are things that I just don't know. I don't know whether people get stuff from what I'm doing. I just kind of do it and see what happens. And often it's weird. I very much am just myself, and it's something that I've had to learn. It sounds silly. I've had to really learn how to be myself and lean into that, and I still struggle with it. And there's some situations I find very difficult to just be. I have to kind of I think I have to be this other person or this other type of person, or in the situation. This environment is very much me, just completely as I am, because there's no why would I not? There's no prerequisite or anything like that. But interestingly, I end up finding out how other people see me and what they get from me just being me, and it's really fun. And things like this, Nathan, the fact that you're learning stuff from me just messing around. Essentially, a lot of my live streams is just right, I'm just gonna do this, and I'll try this. Oh, that sounds awful, let's try this, and I'm just gonna go record this, and let's put this percussion on it, and let's it was real stream of consciousness madness. And maybe I should do a few more of them later on, not right now, but obviously not right now, I don't have a studio. But yeah, and in terms of brave, I'm not gonna lie, the first few that I did, I was like, I must be insane live streaming myself recording these songs for people, because it's a very vulnerable situation. It's you're leaving yourself open. Well, I thought I was leaving myself open to major criticism, because in my head most of the time I'm going, right, brace yourself, people are going to hate this, they're going to troll you, they're going to say horrible things. In reality, it's not like that. In reality, this amazing community formed and that have literally changed my life. And when I was really sick and I took a break and all that sort of stuff, they gave me so much inspiration and love, and it was just really amazing. And I was like, oh wow, I already knew humans are good, but these guys are really good, really amazing. And so Nathan says, oh, and yes, it's me, Nath, YouTube UK. You've accidentally caught me on my other account, complete with copycat Emily Drum's handle. Oh, well, I can't see your handle on is it Nathan Drums then? I'm very happy. I mean, anything like that. Oh, Maycel's here as well. Maycel Drums from Brazil. And Maycel Tejera. it took me probably 6 months to say his name correctly, and I'm not convinced I'm still saying it correctly, but there we go. Nathan says, ha, hey Marcel, took me a while to figure out it was in my email. Oh yeah, right. Did people have problems getting the email? Please let me know. It may have been in your junk. In fairness, if it was in your junk, I don't know how to solve that. I literally don't know. Maybe I'll just say it may be in your junk next time, so please check that out. Like I say, this is the first week doing this, so it's gonna be clunky, but that's fine. We don't mind. We're all friends here. That's the main thing about this space, can I just say as well. This is a space for support and like positivity and like friendship and just hanging out, and we don't need to talk about super serious stuff. We can talk about super serious stuff if you like. We can talk about rubbish. We can talk about films that we've seen. We can talk about food. It's always going to come back to food. We can talk about gear if you want, although I mean, do we really want? I don't really want to talk about gear, partly because I don't have a huge expertise in it, really. Not really. I know what I like, but it's mainly because I like it because I have it. Anyway. Yeah, but this is kind of I want to call it like a safe, supportive space, and as long as everyone's kind to each other, I'm all for it. Like that is everything to me. Right, so Nathan says, yes, the full format YouTube version is absolutely worth the time. Highly recommend. What are we talking about? This is the other thing. There's a delay, and also I talk a lot, so people reference stuff from like 10 minutes ago, and I'm like, wait, what was that? So the full format YouTube version is absolutely worth the time. I'm going to choose to believe that you mean, Nathan, the full format of the live stream on YouTube is definitely highly recommended versus the Instagram one. The reason that I've come to YouTube and not gone to the Instagram one is that it's a lot easier for people to interact. It's to read comments is so much easier for me. I get stressed on Instagram. It ends up taking me 20 minutes of just saying, hey, and this person's here, and that person's there, and this person's just come in, and hey, da 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 da, and then I finally get to a question, and then it's just like, and then there's another bunch of people that come in, and it's not as engaging in terms of conversation, even though I'm very good at talking to myself, as you can tell. So yeah, always come over to YouTube. The other reason is this is where, I hold a lot of love for YouTube and this community, because this is where it started. YouTube is where it started, and it just, yeah, I've tried, like I said, I've tried Instagram, I've tried Zoom as well for a bit, but I don't know what it is about YouTube. It just works for me, and it seems to work for all of us. So yeah, we're going to stay here, at least for now. I mean, I may change my mind. I often change my mind as well. Maysel says, thank you, Nath. Never arrived on my email. Don't know why. I've subscribed there. Maysel, I'm really sorry. I'm not sure either why it never arrived, and I will look into that. Hopefully I can solve it. I'm not sure. Arno says, I got the link twice. Maybe I got yours as well. That would explain it. Arno has nicked your link, Maysel. Sorry about that. Nathan says, sometimes the things that go wrong and how to fix them and get around problems is the real gold content. Yeah, I do you know what? It's one of those weird things where I think vulnerabilities on, especially on live streams, and I'm not talking about myself necessarily, but ones that I've seen, vulnerabilities and then working it out. And in fact, I can talk about myself, because there was nothing more stressful than something going really, really wrong on a live stream, and then you just going, I have no idea how to fix this. In my brain, I was going, I have no idea what I'm doing, how I can fix this, but I'd work it out something, and we'd all kind of go on this journey together, and it was really great because, I don't know, it's just, like I said, I had it in my head, oh my gosh, they're going to think I'm a charlatan, I'm an imposter, I don't know what I'm doing, they're all going to hate me, they're going to start, throwing abuse at me. But no, it was never that. It was just like, yeah, no, it's cool. It's always just so positive, and I just love it. It's so good. Maysel's laughing. Zalsta has given me a cat in a box. Who doesn't love a cat in a box? How did you do that? I've never seen that emoticon before. That's awesome. Or emoji, sorry, I'm so old. Nathan John says, you're so genuine and there's no BS, so there's nothing not to love about. I thought you said there's nothing to love about what you do. Terrible. Me terrible, not you, Nathan. There's nothing not to love about what you do. You can tell it comes from a place of love. Oh, totally. Those are always my aim. I think I was thinking about this today actually. So this is going to sound really this might sound a little bit strange, and it might sound a little bit Debbie Downer, woe is me, maybe, but I don't mean it like this, because actually it's a really positive thing. So from when I was very, very young, like 5 years old, basically from when I started school, I think, I was very much the person that just never fitted in with anyone, and tried to, and made friends, and then it wouldn't work, and and then I try and make another friend, and then that wouldn't work for various reasons. And I often felt very like not accepted widely, and although it's painful and all that sort of stuff, a lot of the time my response to that was just to go off and do my own thing. And I think that this has become a theme in my life, even down to maybe going for auditions or whatever and not getting it, or like losing out to someone else, say, or maybe I was playing with someone and then I'm like, actually no, or maybe they don't want me and it's like, right, we'll part ways. My response to that always is like, fine, I'm gonna go do my own thing. And although it sounds really like childish and a bit stampy footy, but the reason I'm saying this is that because of that attitude of like, right, I'll just go and do my own thing, I've ended up finding these amazing people. So the reason I'm saying this is, if you feel like you don't belong anywhere, you will always belong here. You will always be welcome here. And I always try and come at everything from a place of love. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I get it so wrong, but I'm always the one that wants to include people, because I know what it feels like to be that person that doesn't fit in, is excluded from stuff for whatever reason. It doesn't matter the reason, the feeling is the same. So you can come here instead. We can all be a bit weird together, and that is totally fine. So anyway, I don't know why I went on that tangent, but there we go. And Maysel says, I liked your name too, Nathan Drums. Oh, it must be Nathan Drums. Oh yeah, because Maysel changed his instinct. Well, I don't know when you changed it actually, Maysel, but I did notice it's Maysel Drums, and I really like that. I think it's just a nice, simple, this is my name, this is what I do. Maysel Drums, Nathan Drums, Emily Drums disappeared. So now it's Emily Dolan Davis. That is a mouthful. I was not happy about it. I was trying to find good names. Turns out a lot of them are gone, and some of them they just won't let you use. It's very strange. Anyway, Nathan Drums says, all with the family name of Drums. Haha. Oh, do you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of, so in, this is weird. Okay, so I watch a lot of RuPaul's Drag Race. There is a film from, I want to say the 80s. I don't think it's, yeah, it is the 80s. It's about 80s Harlem, the drag scene there. It's called Paris is Burning. Amazing film if you want to go watch it. But the reason I say this, so I started watching RuPaul's Drag Race, I got turned on to Paris is Burning, and there's this whole thing with drag race families and like house names, and a lot of the drag queens will have the same surname, so that they're all sort of like related, and there will be a house mother who looks after them. Anyway, yeah, we could be the House of Drums, so we could all be da-da-da drums, da-da-da drums. Apart from me, because I've lost it, basically. Apart from my studio's still got it, so it's fine. Maysel Drums, yeah! Salster says, YouTube is about 3 minutes behind the Instagram. That's a really good point, Michael. I didn't even think about that. So, yeah, if you can get, I mean, I don't know, how can I use that in a good way? I have no idea. But I've just seen that Sven's Emporium has just gone into Instagram, though. Dan, come over to YouTube. I want to say hello to you. Right, and Maysel's Drum says, yeah, Maysel Drum says, why unlisted? The reason that I've unlisted this YouTube is because I want this to be our space. I don't want any old person rocking up. They can, but they just got to register. It sounds silly, but I'm very... I value this space and you guys a lot, and in the past there have been a couple of people that have sometimes come in and ruined the vibe a bit, or just been a bit rude or whatever else, and Michael Lopez, you know what I'm talking about. So The Zalster totally saved me one day, because there was a guy, I can't remember what he was, well, I don't know what he was typing, but I was just repeating it. In fact, it must have been in Spanish, I think. And I was just repeating what he was saying, not knowing what he was saying. And the Zalster quickly, like, typed and said, stop repeating what he's saying. He's saying really bad things. And I was like, okay, thank you very much. But it's that kind of love and support and just, like, looking out for each other thing. And therefore, I want to make sure that we all feel happy here, and there isn't some random person that's coming in and trolling, and then, you know, it becomes a thing. I don't want it to be a thing. I want it to be our space. So I'm just, I don't know. I'm just trying to make it nice. I think, what's else saying? It wasn't a nice phrase from Brazil. Oh, Portuguese. It was in Portuguese. It wasn't in Spanish. Well remembered, Zalster, though. Very well remembered. Nathan John says, not sure if it's exclusive Maysale, i.e. you have to sign up to access the YouTube version. That's exactly it. But anyone can listen back. That's totally cool. I'm not saying that it's, you know, it's not gatekeeping in information or anything like that. It'll always be out there. Not that there's been very good information in this one, I will say, but this is the first one. It is the introduction. We're just setting out the stall. Next week, I will make sure that I'm actually talking on a subject that might be interesting and useful to people, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, I want this to be our space, basically. Ali's here. Hello, Ali. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Great to see you all. Lovely Ali. We love her. So she lives in, well, half the time in Bermuda, half the time in Ireland, in Mayo, which is where my husband is from. So we have a connection, me and Ali. A love of Mayo in Ireland. Zal says, good day, Ali. Maysel says, yes, Nath. Zalsta. What else? So Ali says, that's such great advice, Emily. Oh, thank you very much. Again, because of the delay, I don't know what advice. Wasn't even aware I gave any advice, but I'm glad it helped. Anyway, Maysel said, yes. Ali says, and I love drums. We all love drums. In fact, no, do you know what? Most of us do love drums, but I will say that it's not, you don't have to be a drummer to be here. You don't need to be, in fact, you don't need to be anything. Just be you. That's all we ever want, is just, you know, if you can come and chat, then we will be happy to have you. I know, so Arno sent a message a little while back saying, you know, I'm not an infiltrator, but I'm not even a drummer and I'm here. I'm like, I don't care. This is great. You're lovely. So therefore you're in. Like, as long as you're a nice person and you want to have a chat about stuff, we're all good. Which reminds me. So there is this group that we have on Instagram, and this was one of my favourite questions in the group, and I thought that I'd put it to this group, even though I'm pretty sure everyone here right now is in that group. What do you call the end of a loaf of bread? So my family call it the knobby, and I asked my husband, because I knew that they called it something different, so bear in mind, Irish heritage, they call it the coolie. The coolie! I love it. They also used to call, or one of their dogs is called Coolie on the farm back in Mayo. So yeah, what do you call the end of bread? Like the knobby, as I call it. So what else happened? So Ali drums, Charlotte drums. Oh, brilliant! This, like I said, it's literally house name drums. Love it. Zalster. Oh yeah, you were just saying about the horrible person trying to make me say horrible things in Portuguese. Maysel says, sure, Em, I understand, thank you. No, it's hey, I'm like I say, I get very protective. Of people and spaces, because, you know, I think it is hard to find a space that you can just relax and have fun, basically. Zalster says, David Frontman. Yeah, where is David? Where's David Lemids? I haven't seen him in here yet. So if you're here, David, or anyone else that's here that hasn't said hello, please say hello, because it's always nice to make yourself know. Well, no, you don't have to. If you want to just sit and watch silently, that's totally cool as well. So anyway, Maysel says, this makes us all feel special. Dude, you are all special. Like I said, you guys have no idea the impact that you have on me. And, you know, when I got sick back in October, and I was so frustrated with myself and I just couldn't do anything, and I felt completely useless and completely just useless, basically. And then on my birthday, I say on my birthday, but actually I saw it the day after or 2 days afterwards, and I still feel guilty about that. You guys made me a video for to say happy birthday. Essentially, it was amazing. This song that you all wrote and like recorded, and it was amazing. And that just gave me so much love and drive. And I was like, you know what? I am coming back. I don't know how I'm coming back, but I'm coming back. And it was from then that I was like, right, this group of people are really special. So I really, 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 really respect you guys, and I value you guys so much. So anyway, that's the reason. Oh, by the way, also, I did try and upload the video to Instagram, but there was some copyright issue, so I took it down. So maybe I'll try and upload it to YouTube, and then you guys can watch it, so more people could see it. Because honestly, so much work and love went into that video. I could see it, I could feel it, and it meant everything to me. So Arno says, without a specific subject, it's still the best place to be on this rainy Monday. I'm super glad about that, Arno. Thank you. That's lovely. And I'm sorry it's raining there. It's a bit cloudy here, but it's not raining. So, small graces and all that. Charlotte says, didn't start talking about mayo. Don't start talking about mayo. Nathan will start talking about food again. Can I talk about mayo, as in mayonnaise? I made mayonnaise from scratch for the first time about, when was it? 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And I looked up a recipe, and it's all about, the egg yolks, and make sure that you put the oil in really, really slowly. Never knew how much oil was in mayonnaise. Quite amazing. Anyway, it's like, right, I'm going to do it by hand just so that I know that I can and I know how to do it. So I started doing it, dripping it in. It took me, this was with, I want to say 1 egg yolk. It may be 2. At most, it was 2 egg yolks. It took me about an hour to make this mayonnaise. And I was like, surely this can't be right. My parents make mayonnaise a lot. So I asked them, I said, how long does it take you to make mayonnaise? They're like, like 5 minutes. I was like, what? How have I possibly done this? So that it's taking me an hour. And it's split, and I had to save it. But it still had taken like 30 minutes at that point. It's very annoying. So I need to do it again. And like I said, I want to do it by hand. I could do it with a machine, but I don't want to, because I want to be able to do it manually. But anyway, and I got a blister from the whisk. How lame is that? That's so just not it's just so unrock and roll, isn't it? Oh, it's unbelievable. Anyway, welcome to my life of weirdness. Maysel says, Mark Portnoy never shared something I'm involved in. Yeah, so this was weird. So Mike Portnoy put out a post today on Instagram just saying how much he enjoyed the Count Me In documentary. How cool is that? And he tagged me in it, and I was like, but you're like Mike Portnoy, that's so cool. So that was really nice. It was really weird. I love it when stuff like that happens. Oh, it's like in fact, that reminds me, I need to follow him on Instagram as well. There's a drummer called Billy Ashbow, that I used to watch religiously. I had a VHS of him. He used to be the drummer with NSYNC. I used to watch it all the time. And he commented once on one of my things, like about a year ago. And I was like, oh my God, it's Billy Ashbow. And I was so excited. It's unbelievable. Oh, I just love, life is so fun sometimes. Just weird stuff happens. Arno says, so sweet. Oh, yeah. Nathan says, it's definitely a crust. What is a crust? A crust, right. The end of a loaf of bread. Yes, definitely a crust. See, the crust is the outside to me. It's not the end. Like, the end is special. It's funny because some people love the end, some people hate the end. Tony loves the end. My dad loves the end. I have to be in the right mood, but I totally get it. We have a new to me name. This is good. Nicola Walker Cole. Hi, Emily. This is our first time watching. Hello, Nicola. Me and my 13-year-old daughter, Ruby. She plays drums. Yes, Ruby. Yes. Well, welcome. This is a very strange place, but it's all good. If you ever have any questions or anything, Ruby, tell me, or Nicola, tell me when did you start playing? Who are your favourite drummers? What's your favourite music? Sorry, I'm asking lots of questions. I get so excited when I, see new people, and then especially if it's people that are starting out playing, because drums is just the best instrument ever. And I remember being 13 and how it's So good. I'm so happy for you that you found it. It's just the best. So Nathan says, hey Nicola Walker Cole, welcome. Yes. I love it when we meet new people. We do love it. Sal says, welcome Nicola. Nathan says, David's watching on Instagram. Hello David then. Hi David. Sorry you're not able to join the YouTube. Ali says, definitely Nath, it's a cross for me too. Yeah, I don't know why. Cross just doesn't seem special enough. I think that's it. It doesn't feel special enough. Nathan says, or he was 3 minutes in the future. Yeah, as in, yeah, so David was watching at least 3 minutes ago. Oh, there we go. David is here. How do I get on YouTube Live? You should have a link in your inbox, David, but if not, I'll sort it out after this. Okay, wicked. In fact, David or anyone that wants to get on the YouTube Live, you won't be able to get on this one right now, but if you go to emilyislive.com, I've just realised that is a major flaw in this situation, isn't it? Because it's unlisted, you can't find it right now. What a silly person I am. Is there a way for me to make this... Oh goodness, welcome to Emily's brain. Oh, maybe. Right, this could all go horribly wrong. Let's see. If I go public now and then save that, did I ruin anything? Right, I think I've made it public. Please head on over and then you can come and say hello. I'm so sorry that I totally dropped the ball on this. It's so funny. I've really tried to make sure that all the way that I see things when I start new projects or whatever, I see it as like this overriding concept. And then there's all the sort of like peripheral stuff that needs to be done. Things like, you know, setting up the live stream and the software that I use to do that. Things like doing the intro, for instance. By the way, thank you to all of the Bonkers squad who contributed to the intro there. Like, I love you guys. So I just asked these guys to just send me over some audio of them going, Emily's live, and yeah, I was able to make an intro because I just that's my homage to you. Every episode, my homage to you guys for being here and being a part of this community. So anyway, things like that, and I signing up to the mailing list, like as in to get the link, signing up, being able to ask questions, blah, 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 blah. Done all this stuff, but there is a major flaw that has just happened, and yeah, so, oh bless, and the Zalster is now putting it on the link on there as well, on the Instagram. Sorry, right, let's get back to the chat. I'm so sorry, this is how my brain is like spaghetti sometimes. Right, who else? Oh, Jake Perrett is here. Hello Jake, how are you? So Jake Perrett, amazing drummer, also does remote recording, also teaches, and I always forget which school he's in, and I want to say ACM. Did I get it right? You can tell me, Jake, if you're still here. You might be gone by now from all the mentalness that's happening. I'm hoping that this YouTube is public now so people can actually come and say hello. Ali says, hi, Nicola and Ruby. Hello. Sorry, I almost called you Nicole. Nicola and Ruby. Ali says, I've watched it 3 times now. It's fantastic. This is, Count Me In. This is the new documentary that's out on Netflix this week. Oh, I'm so proud of it. Love it. We need more drumming documentaries. When's your next one, Emily? I have no idea, to be honest, Ali. But yeah, so I watched it. When did I watch it? A year and a half ago. We got sent a version. By we, I mean it was me, my husband, my parents, and my sister. And we just sat and watched it. Little background. I come from a family that's involved in like TV and film. What that means is we get exposed to a lot of film. Have done since we were kids, and we're very. It's awful to say, but we can be a little bit picky when it comes to, you know, how things are shot, you know, storylines, blah, 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 blah. And consequently with this, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel really anxious about this because what if it isn't done well, or what if, you know, what if. Honestly, the opening scene, and I was just like, yes, this is awesome. I love the way it's shot. I love how the story was told and how The thing that I loved the most, the thing that I loved the absolute most was everyone's stories were so relatable, and it doesn't matter who you are, if you play the drums, if you like the drums, it was just so, I felt like I was with my family, and I mean I was actually literally with my family watching it, but no, what I mean is that drum community, and the thing that really does connect all drummers, and I often say this, the drum community is such a beautiful place because you can be anywhere in the world, and if you run into a drummer, instantly you're able to talk, you're able to have a connection. It's just the most beautiful instrument and community, and I don't often see it with other instrumentalists, sometimes but not always, whereas drummers just I think it's because no one wants to be our friend, so we just enjoy being friends with each other. I say this all the time, but it's just true. So anyway, yeah, that's what I just loved, and then the fact that it was shot well and the stories were told well and it all just flowed. And as soon as we watched it a year and a half ago, everyone in that room was like, oh my gosh, this needs to be out like now, because we just wanted everyone to see it. And it wasn't about me being in it. That wasn't really, that was kind of an aside. It was like, yeah, I mean, that's cool, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. But even if I wasn't in it, it's just such a great representation of the experience of being a drummer and the commonalities that totally, gel us together as people. I love it. Anything that shows how people are the same, I'm like all for, because I'm just all about connecting people. Anyway, Maisel saying hello to Nicola, hi to Ruby, hi to Jake, welcome everybody. Nathan has said something that the message has been retracted, which is always fascinating to me because I think, what has he said? Maisel says, I should say on the kitchen, I'm a great delivery chef. Do you mean that you are able to recreate food delivery dishes? Because that is exciting, and that is something that I would like to talk about for sure, because yeah, there's certain things that really you can only get from takeaways, I think, and I would love to. Maisel, what's your favourite thing to cook? If I've got the right end of the stick here, I might have the wrong end of the stick, in which case please ignore me. But tell me what your favourite thing to cook is. Zalsta says, yes, I tried that as well. It's blocked to prevent the spammers. Right, you've tried something to do with this link. But anyway, I think I've sorted it. We shall soon see. The only way I'll know is because David will pop up, hopefully. Ali, oh, I missed the intro. Oh, Ali, oh no. You'll have to either listen back or you will have to wait for the next episode, or it's on YouTube. I uploaded it separately. Thank you so much. In fact, Ali, your voice at the end is really prominent because it was so good. It was so good. Nathan says, I sent the link to the Insta group chat, but it wouldn't let me post it in your live chat. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, I don't know why that is. As you can probably imagine, Instagram are not on my favoritist list at the moment. It's fine and I get it. Well, actually I don't get it, but I accept it. So yes, they're sort of in my bad books, but they're not bothered about it. They're not bothered about the fact that they're in my bad books, that's for sure. Jake says, yes, ACM. Yes, I got it right. Oh, my memory is horrendous also. So just, apologies if I ever forget anything that I definitely should remember. Maisel says, I'm counting the days to Netflix Brazil to give me the doc. I'm trying to find out about how you can watch it if you're not in a country that has it on your Netflix. And so far, I'm not doing a great job of finding out how that can happen. But fingers crossed it just comes out really soon and maybe it's just a delayed thing, I'm hoping. Nicola says, hey everyone, Ruby's favourite music is rock metal. Oh yeah, that's awesome. And she has been playing for 4 years. I didn't even start until I was 11 years old. So, Ruby, you've already got 2 years on me. Go you! I used to play in a metal band when I was 15 as well. You're like 2 years ahead of me right now. She has watched some of your playing. Great for her to see another female drummer. Oh, that's so nice. Well, Ruby, you are awesome, can I just say. And yeah, So when I was 15, so you're 13, but when I was 15, that was when I joined my first like proper band outside of school, and it was a heavy metal band, and we used to play songs. They were all original songs apart from two, I think. So the kind of stuff we played was kind of like Pantera, Machine Head kind of influenced stuff, and we did two covers. One of them was Territory by Sepultura, which if you don't know Sepultura, you have to go. In fact, Brazilian band, so Maysel, I'm sure you know all about Sepultura. In fact, everyone knows about Sepultura because they're amazingly huge and they're an amazing band, but rhythmically it's so fun. Igor, oh my gosh, I can't remember his surname. Anyway, Sepultura, amazing. Territory, that's what we used to play. And then the other one was a Biohazard tune, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it was called. But it was fun. I mean, this was a long time ago. Oh, it was a long time ago. This was 19 years ago. Woo! Oh my goodness. But anyway, that's really exciting, Ruby. Ooh. And yeah, if you ever post anything online of you playing, I'd love to see it. So yeah, just Nicholas, stay in touch, and yeah. That's all good. Kevin's here. Kevin Siegel. Hello. How are you, Kevin? I feel like it's ages since we've spoken. You're on my TV right now. I'm watching Count Me In with my morning coffee. Oh, that's so fun. Let me know what you think of it. Yeah, it's I've been getting the loveliest messages, I must say. Like, it's been so, everyone's so sweet. Everyone is so sweet. Dan Lee's here. Hello, Dan. And David Frontman is here. Hi guys. Sorry, that took me a minute for my brain to engage the fact that if this is unlisted, you can't just jump on here. So much for me saying this whole spiel about how I wanted to make sure that, it's our space and blah, 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 but I've dropped the ball. So it's open right now, but I'll sort it out for next time. It's fine. We're all here. We're all learning. It's not the end of the world. But it's lovely to have you here. Thank you for jumping on here. Nathan says Svensson. So Dan Lee's Instagram handle is Sven's Emporium. It may even be your YouTube one actually, but it always comes up as Dan Lee, which makes me happy because I know we did talk about this. We've spoken about it probably 3 times. I can never remember why you're called Sven's Emporium, and I thought it was from a TV show, but it's not. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's something to do with your friends, and you were saying that you would make I've got in my head that you'd make a shopping centre or something and call it Sven's Emporium, and this is all my brain remembers. Okay, so Nathan Drum says, David! Nath! Maysel, right. So I thought, right, Maysel, I understand. I'm so sorry, I'm being so slow. So I thought Maysel was saying I enjoy cooking takeaway dishes, like in my kitchen. No, that's not what he meant, and it's because I'm being silly. What he meant was I can't make anything in the kitchen, which means he has takeaways. That makes much more sense than where my brain went. That's really upsetting because I know that you enjoy food as well. So, that's such a shame. I order and eat. I mean, there's also great things about that. If you've got good takeaways, hey, that's been a fun thing about moving house, is finding all the takeaways that are near us. It turns out, so check this out. Oh, it's so good. So, now, I'm someone that if I see a restaurant that do 2 very different cuisines and they put it together, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to try that. That's ridiculous. Anyway, threw that out the window, didn't I? Because the top rated restaurant round here is a place that does sushi and pizza. And both are absolutely phenomenal. It's so good. And the best thing about it, pizza is one of Tony's favourite things to eat, and sushi and Japanese food is one of my favourite things to eat. So it's so perfect. It's almost like it was made for us. It's so funny. So that's really good. We found a really good Indian, which is great. There's a wicked place that does like Turkish food, so kebabs and that. But the key is they also do lahmacun. And lahmacun is the best thing. It's basically like a pizza, but with soft dough, and then you have like meat and stuff on it. And I used to have it when me and Charisse were younger, and because we grew up in a place called Palmer's Green. There's a big Turkish and Greek community there, and we used to always get lahmacun, and it was just so delicious. And I haven't had it for years. And then this place, I was like, they do lahmacun, yes, and it's so good. It's even better than I remember. Anyway, so David Frontman says, hello, lovely people. How are you, David? David, I feel like I haven't spoken to you for ages. I don't know why. Ali saying, hi, Dan. David says, I'm here. Ali and Zalsta are saying hi to David. Nicholas says, Ruby also likes Samantha Maloney. Do you know what? I met Samantha in 2008 and she was just the loveliest person ever. I met her at 2009. It was a music show in LA. She was just so sweet. But I didn't know a lot about her. I knew about her, but not properly. And then when I saw her in that documentary, I was like, you really are just wonderful. I just want to be your friend. So I've decided that me and Samantha are going to be friends. Hi, Samantha, if you're watching this, by the way. I doubt you are, but you never know. But yeah, she's wicked and a great player, which always helps, you know what I mean? But we're into just nice people as well. That always is the clincher for me. If you're a good person, we're going to be friends. Maisel says, hi, David, the man. Thank you, Maisel. I knew you would save me. Igor Cavalera is the Sepultura drummer. And his brother's in Sepultura as well, right? Have I got that right? I knew that you'd save me on that. Thank you. Nicholas says, we love Sepultura. Oh, they're so good. They're so good. This is another random band that I really enjoy because to me they're kind of a mix between metal and blues, and that is Clutch. I really got into Clutch when I was in my heavy metal band, and yeah, if you don't know Clutch, they're really fun as well. They're a really cool band. And Rob Zombie, I was really into White Zombie and Rob Zombie. They were good. And Nine Inch Nails. Now I'm just remembering all the bands I used to be into back then. I haven't listened to all this stuff for a long time. I really should. Maisel says, now is Eloy. Oh, right, are you ready for this? Right, Casagrande. I don't know who Eloy Casagrande is, but Eloy's songs is impossible to play. Oh my gosh. So I didn't know that Igor had gone, so that's a shame. But I'm sure Eloy is amazing. I'll have to listen to some of their new stuff. Ali says, I love Igor Maisel. Do you know what? He's one of those drummers, Igor Cavalera, that I don't know anyone that doesn't go, he's just brilliant. He's just brilliant. David says, I've finally reached the internet. I'm far away from the city, from my city. I'm by the sea. Oh, that's lovely. Are you having a nice time? I know you did say that you were going away for the weekend, so that's really nice. That's lovely. I love the sea. I spent a week in Cornwall recently, and it was I just love just sitting and staring at the sea. It really rejuvenates me, I think is the right word. It's just, it's so good. Dan Lee says, cafe/barbers/recording studio, Sven's Emporium. See, I sort of got it. So this is why Dan Lee is called Sven's Emporium on Instagram, if you want to go and follow him. It's because that is going to be his ultimate thing. It's a cafe, it's a barbers and a recording studio. Sven's Emporium. Love it. I will forget it again, Dan, so you will have to tell me this story at least 12 more times, I'm anticipating. Ali says, enjoy the seaside, David. Send us pics later. Yeah, do. Zat says, I'm missing the beach right now. Lol. Yeah, I mean, I would say I am, but when the weather's like this, when it's a bit grey, it doesn't inspire me to want to be by the sea necessarily. If it was nice, maybe. Ali says, Dan has the best shoe collection. Does he? I didn't know this. I'm not massively into shoes, I'm not going to lie. I wear the same pair of DMs like all the time. I'm pretty rubbish when it comes to that. Dan's laughing. David says, Nath, I'm eating cheese. Boat right now. Boaty. So these guys, they're obsessed with cheese and I'm not about it. So I sometimes have to duck out of the cheese conversations because, like I say, the only cheese I like is cheese that doesn't taste like cheese, which is so against what cheese stands for, really. Kevin says, it's awesome to see everyone again. Lots of familiar names I remember from the recording live streams. This is the best morning. Cheers, everyone. Do you know what, Kevin? I have to agree with you. I have been looking forward to this so much. And in all honesty, I was going to wait until the studio was finished, but it's not even going to be done for another month or so. And I just thought, I'm just going to go with this because, as you can see, this is very makeshift. I'm on my landing in my new house right now, in my office. So it won't always be here, but I just thought I'd rather just get on here and get going and start saying hello to people again and, Let's just do that. And I'm so glad, and thank you guys for being here as well, because I know everyone's got loads of stuff that they're up to, so I really appreciate you taking the time. Nathan says, there is a place near me that does the best Indian, the best pizza, and the best curry pizza is... Curry pizza? Not curry on pizza, surely. Really? I mean, maybe. Like I say, I've kind of been converted with this whole Japanese and pizza thing, but they're never on the same pizza. That would be strange. Nathan says, great to see you again, Kevin. Yeah, it really is. I feel like I haven't seen you for so long, Kevin. Arno says, sushi and pizza? I think we're going to be neighbours. Honestly, so impressive. And I'm, very impressive. It's so impressive. Dan Lee says, I have many collections, Ali. Haha. Yeah, I never knew this. Did I know this about you, Dan? You and shoes? I don't know. Chris Pound is here. Hello, Chris. Hi, Emily. It's been a long time. Good to see you again. It has been forever. How have you been? Where are you? What are you up to? I hope you're well. It's so lovely to have you here. Oh, this is great. This is the best day. Jed's here as well. So Jed Kenyon, who is from up north, from Manchester kind of way, who is just lovely. Again, was a mainstay on all the live streams. Oh, it's so lovely to see you, Jed. How are you? Are you still... Now, you were driving around... Jed drives trucks, and he was driving around vending machines, I think, for a while. But you've moved to, I want to say, something to do with aeronautics or something in that kind of space, but delivering stuff to do with that. Like I said, my brain remembers / makes up random little facts. Danley says, hey, Jed. Oh, who's this? Oh, John Hollins is here. Hi. Oh, John East. Hi, Emily. John East here. Your chart nerd buddy. Oh, John. Love the Netflix documentary. Brilliant. Oh, my gosh. How are you? John, I have not seen in forever, it feels like. When would that have been? 3-4 years ago, over a glass of rum down in Somerset kind of way. How are you? Are you well? I hope to see you soon. John is a brilliant, wonderful bass player from the UK, and we work with Joe Burt together occasionally, and it's awesome when we get to see each other. Jed Kenyon says, hello everybody, hope you are all okay. We are having a ball today. Do you know what I said about an hour? It's hit an hour and we're still here. I knew this would happen, and I'm so glad I'm here for it. I'm so glad. I will have to wrap this up fairly soon though, I will say. David says, I'm travelling around Georgia with my friend. I'll be back the next week. Oh, amazing. It's better to chat from my laptop. It's at home. Yeah, I totally get it. So YouTube is it. See, this is the trade-off. YouTube is great if you're on a laptop and you want to chat. Instagram is great if you're on a phone and you want to chat. So I totally get the trade-off for sure. But I'm definitely a laptop versus... I just like more screen so that I can see. In fact, I wanted to check as well. Do you know what? I was really worried about the internet connection today, and we have not dropped a single frame, and I'm so happy about that. Maysol says, if I stop the cheese, I become vegan, but I love cheese. So the drummer from the other drummer in Kim Wilde, there's two drummers, Jonathan Atkinson, he often said for a long time that he would not be able to be vegan because he loved cheese, but he's actually become vegan now, and he says he doesn't miss it, which is great, and he seems really happy with it, so that's really cool. Nathan says, Jed, how are you, mate? I know, Jed, we haven't seen you for so long. And Jed's saying, oh, good, Nathan, are you okay? Ali saying, hi, Jed, and Jed says, it's like a reunion, I love this. It is, and we love you, and we've missed you. Nathan says, yeah, seriously, pizza with the marinated spicy meats and the sauce from the curries. It's amazing. I mean, it sounds bonkers, but I'm open to it now. I really am, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah. Should we all just do a tour of each other's house, and then we'll get the best takeout from locally, and then we can all just sit and watch something and watch film and eat whatever it is. Actually, we'd end up just chatting, wouldn't we? Realistically, we'd just end up chatting loads. Ali says, it really is great to see everyone here again. It really, really is. Okay, right, here's another name that I always got wrong. Steve Chafe. Steve Chafe? Steve, how are you? Emily, it's been ages. Nice to see your smiley face. It's lovely to see your avatar. In fact, I think it is, yeah. It's oh my gosh, what's his name? From Star Wars with the red and black face. Oh my gosh. In fairness, I mean, Darth Maul, that's it. Darth Maul. Lovely to see your Darth Maul face as well. Jen says, I'm delivering aircraft engine parts. I still love it. I'm great, Em. Thank you. I knew it was something to do with aeroplanes. Yeah, I think I did. Anyway, Kevin says tentative plans are in the works for my drum company to be at the next Winter Nam in LA. Yes, I'm hoping that I'll be able to meet you there. I still want to build you a snare drum. Yes, Kevin. Well, I really want to be at Nam. I really, really do this year in January. So I'm still not 100% convinced. I'm going to leave it a bit longer just to see how I feel about it, because if anyone's been to Nam before, even at the best of times, you're always going to come away sick because the germs, the amount of people that you meet, I hug everyone as well. So it's inevitable that I'm going to get sick, but obviously with the COVID thing, it's kind of, it makes it even more kind of, I don't know. So, I mean, I'd say I'm like 51% yes, but I'll make a decision in a couple of weeks. But if you are there, that is awesome, and congratulations for your drum company being there. That's so exciting. That's so exciting. I'll make sure I come and chat to you, and I can have a look at your drums and all that. Ali says, Nath, I wasn't agreeing with your curry on pizza. Lol. I'll pass on that. I've got to say, it's not filling me with joy, curry on pizza, but I am reserving judgment. Dan Lee says, what's on the menu for today? Do you know what? I don't know. We had an early lunch, which was a real amalgamation of stuff. So it was grilled salmon with some steamed green beans, grilled tender stem broccoli, pickled cucumber, some tomatoes, which I don't like tomatoes when they're raw, but I've decided that it's probably good for me to eat some. So I try and have a couple of like those mini ones that I can eat quickly so they're gone. And was that it? Oh, and an omelette. All on a plate. Very small plate. It was just lots of little morsels of stuff, because I like to get lots of bits of nutrition in, if you know what I mean, and lots of different things. And they were all, and some marrow, some nice marrow, and it was mostly spiced with like garlic and paprika and salt, obviously. And I've been on a journey with salt. We'll have to talk about that another day, but salt is amazing. Put it like this, for my birthday, my mum bought me this bag. It's about that big, and it was full of different types of salt. It was like probably 9 different types of salt, and honestly, it's made such a big difference to the food that I cook. It's amazing. Salt is okay, so the reason this all started, I will be very quick. There's this book called Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat, and I read this book, and it is blown my mind when it comes to cooking food and preparing food, and oh my god, unbelievable. If you want a book to read, and literally you have to read the first third, I think it is, before it gets into any recipes, but it is about how salt does all these things that affect food and how it makes them cook differently and how it makes them taste differently. Anyway, I won't go on, but such a good book, life-changing book when it comes to food. Kevin says, Nath, do they... Oh, and in response to your question, Dan, I have no idea what we're having for dinner. Do I? In fact, there's a Tesco's order coming. Maybe I'll do a roast chicken. I think that's what I might do tonight, because I quite fancy that. So Kevin says, Nath, do they use naan for the pizza crust? Oh, on that curry pizza. See, now, weirdly, that I can kind of get with. That would be interesting. But then it would all slop off when you're trying to eat the slice. I don't know. It's just all very strange. Nathan says, Ali, to quote Emily regarding Nutella on Bourbon biscuits, don't knock it till you try it. First of all, it's not Nutella. Peanut butter on Bourbon biscuits is the vibe. I know it's very close. It's very similar. But yeah, I would try it, Nathan. I would try it. Ali says, oh no, Nutella on a bourbon, I'd love. I feel like it would be too much chocolate. I know, me saying that I love chocolate. Honestly, if you haven't tried peanut butter on a bourbon, just try it. And by me telling you that, that is like me being at my most vulnerable, because everything inside of me right now is going, don't tell people that. They're going to think you're gross. But here we are, Try it. Charlotte says, sorry I'm not chatting, but I'm listening, currently painting a ceiling. Oh yeah, so Charlotte has just moved house. Congratulations, Charlotte. Woo! Can't wait to see all your new things. Brilliant. Love it. Absolutely love it. Kevin says, Jed, how are you, mate? Ali says, the best Indian near me is in, I should be able to say this because I know the place you're talking about. Kitimar? I don't know. Future reference for your next trip to Mayo. Thank you, Ali. Yeah, so I will. Yeah, so Kiltimag. My pronunciation is horrendous. Fernando Riviera Neto is here. Hello, Fernando. How are you? Again, this is one of the guys that has been with me from day one, supporting everything that I've done. And thank you, Fernando. How are you? I haven't spoken to you for ages as well, it feels like. Maysel says, no problem, Charlotte. You're always with us. Hee hee. Jed says, hi, Kev. All good, thanks. You okay? Kevin says, I'm doing well. Good to see you. So, Johnny said, think it was recording Joe's album when Antonio was chasing the hunt away when they went through the studio land. Yep, that was when I last saw you. So we were we were doing a recording session. This is me and John East, who is here, John Hollins for. So we were doing a recording session over a weekend for this artist called Joe Burt, who is one of my favourite people on this planet. He is incredible, not just as an artist, as a human. He has the biggest heart I've ever met, and also happens to be one of the most brilliant songwriters you will ever see. He used to work with like Freddie Mercury and the Trogs and a whole bunch of people. What's that guy? Tom Sector 27. Anyway, Tom, I can't remember his name. Anyway, we were doing his newest album, and we were I think it was like a Sunday morning, and suddenly, I mean, I'm not from the countryside, so I have no idea what's going on at this point, but it was something happened. There was a noise, and I was like, what in the world was that? It sounded like a siren, maybe. And then all these dogs came running through this field that we were sat overlooking. What it was then, this was the property that we were on, and then all these horses, and they were doing a fox hunt, basically in the garden of this place that we were recording. And Antonio, who is the wife of Joe, just went berserk. And I mean, I don't know about you, John, I was just sat there going, I don't know what's happening, I don't know what to do, I don't know how I can help this situation. Oh, it was pretty intense, but anyway, they ran off. So Arno says, it was an old-fashioned Emily Chaos rambling live. Missed it and love this. I'm afraid I can't watch till the end because I've got to go in a couple of minutes. Love to see your smiley face. Arno, it's been lovely having you here. Thank you so much. It's been great. So I will be leaving very shortly, I promise. I'm trying to get to the end of this chat, but it's proving difficult. Jed says, I know I've missed an hour. Is there any gossip I've missed from the start? Oh, Jed, you're going to have to watch it back, I'm afraid. I don't know. You know what I'm like? I just chat, and then I don't even know what I've said. Dan Lee says, yeah, got to go soon too. Great to see you, Take care, everyone. Dan, again, lovely to see you. John says, sorry about the name confusion, identity crisis. It's all right, I remember why. Have you tried my triple roast potatoes yet, Em? No. No, I have not. I'd completely forgotten about those. Thank you for reminding me. And like I say, I might be doing a roast. I only ever do double roasted. Well, not double roasted, double cooked, I suppose. Triple roasted. I can't even remember. Can we have a conversation about this? Because, yeah, I don't even know what that means. I can't remember. Nathan says, Kevin, if they don't use a naan as a base, they are missing a trick, aren't they? I've not had one since before lockdown, so I shall investigate and get back to you. Yes, this is very important information. I think that a curry pizza should have a naan bread as the base. Nathan says, Kevin, I know it will be a hard task to undertake, but I will order one and get one and let you know. Thank you. You're taking one for the team, Nathan. We appreciate it. I look forward to seeing. Hannah's here. I'm here. I caught you. Ice Skater 1989 is in the house. This is Hannah Dolan Davis, my little sister. How are you? I'm surprised. I don't know what. I thought you were going to be here, and then you text me saying, good luck for later, and I thought, oh, she's not going to be here. So I'm really glad you're here. How are you? Are you at Birch? So Zelsta said, salt used to be used as a payment for soldiers as well, behind not worth your salt saying. Yes, and there's something else. What is it? Cent. Is it cent as in like dollars and cents? No, I don't think it is. There's a currency that is related also to salt, and I can't remember what it is. Like back in the day, and yeah, similar thing. But I hadn't thought about not worth your salt. That makes so much sense. Awesome. Love it. Get a good fact as well. Kevin says to Nathan, stay strong in your investigation. And everyone's saying hello to Hannah. Ali says, I've got to try the peanut butter version now. Yeah, peanut butter and bourbons. Hannah, don't say anything. I know you don't like it. She's very not into it at all. And Hannah's saying hey to Nathan. Jake says, just googled salt, fat, acid, heat. Looks great. There's also a Netflix series. I'd heard there might be. I didn't realise that it's out now. That is good. I will need to watch that. Get the book. She is amazing. I love her. I want to be her friend. I don't think we'd have anything in common. No, we'd have everything in common. But I think I'd get pretty boring pretty quick when I just start talking at her about her book. But anyway, Kevin says, salt trick that I learned in the military. Ooh, if you're a coffee drinker, put about 20 grains, I thought you were going to say 20 grams. I was like, that's a lot, of ordinary table salt in your coffee grounds before brewing. It removes all the bitterness from your coffee. Well, fancy that for a laugh. That's brilliant. Oh, I thank you, Kevin. That's brilliant. I love things like that. So, excuse me. Nathan says, have you ever cooked with MSG? No, I haven't. And I'll be honest, I don't actually really understand what MSG is. I understand that it's kind of the gloopy bit that sometimes is in Chinese takeaways, but I'm also aware that it is like an ingredient that changes the taste, but I don't understand, because I think I've seen a picture of it and it does look like some sort of salt, doesn't it? Is that right? But I don't understand it. I don't understand what it is. It's something glutamate, isn't it? Monosodium glutamate, maybe? Yeah, tell me about it a bit, because I've never read about it and thought, oh, that's going to add something nice. It's more like, oh, okay, people keep saying about this not being a part of their food, so I've never looked further, if that makes sense. David says, to be honest, this live stream is the best thing that is happening on my road trip. Oh, I'm really flattered, but at the same time, oh no, I thought your road trip, oh, I'm sorry, but I'm happy. That's cool. Simone's here, hooked on classics. Hello, Emily, I've missed you. How are you doing? I'm doing really well, Simone. How are you? How are things? How are all your cars? It is cars, isn't it? Classic cars. It's not bikes. Or is it bikes as well? I can't remember. So, yeah, Simone, lovely to see you. Maysel says, David, is that the trip you told us? I'm assuming it is. Zalster says, too much MSG gives me headaches. Usually can tell which restaurants use it. Interesting. That is interesting. Like I said, maybe I need to delve into the MSG thing. Ali says, share the triple roasters recipe with us. John Hollins sounds yummy. Yeah, I mean, everyone here would be more than happy to learn about the triple, any sort of recipe thing. People are well into it. David says, yes, Maysel, I feel better with you guys. Yeah, man, we love you. I mean, this group of people are so special. Hannah says, I'm at Birch. Yes, amazing. I hope it's not too busy. In fact, it's bank holiday. I bet it's really busy there. Lots of kids. Ali says, hi, Hannah. Kevin says, yay, Hannah is here. Maysel says, your friend said the trip wouldn't be the same without you. Well, I believe your friend as well, David, because you do. I feel like everyone in this room just brings their own vibe to the situation, and it never is the same when, like, if there's someone missing, it's never quite the same. So, yeah, I totally agree with your friend. Fernando says, Ems, how is your new studio? It's still being built. Shall I spin this camera around? Hold on. I'm going to have to do this in a way so that I don't ruin what I'm trying to do. That's the studio right now. How exciting is that? I'm so excited. I'm sorry if you're listening back on the podcast and you can't actually see. I'm overlooking my new studio right now and I'm very excited. I mean, it's every girl's dream to have their own studio. So Hannah says, hello lovelies. It's everyone's dream to have their own studio, I think. I think their own space. I always remember my mum, and Hannah, I'm sure you'll remember this too, saying to read this book called A Room of One's Own. Now, I've never read this book, but just judging by the title, I think I can guess what it's about. And I agree, I think it's really important to have your own space. It's something that I've learned over the last sort of couple of months of not really having my own space. And it's just very difficult to centre yourself and to get stuff done and be creative. Oh, there's someone at the door. I'm sorry, you have to wait for like 1 second. Is this Tesco's? Sorry about that. That wasn't Tesco's, it was Amazon, and it's a package for our builder. Anyway, so yeah, A Room of One's Own. Very, never read it. But yes, having your own space just to be creative, I think is really, really important. Like a space that you can control. I feel really, really out of breath from running down the stairs. That's so shameful. Okay, wait. And breathe. So I'm really looking forward to getting that space back, basically, and be able to really make it the best it can be. And yeah, so I'm super excited. I'm really going to have to breathe. Even at the best of times, I talk too fast, talk too much, but this has really put a spanner in the works here. This is how unfit I am at the moment, and also how, I said I'm not quite right still from being unwell last year. Right, so Hannah saying, hello lovelies. Hi Hannah. Zalsta says, pics of the house look awesome. Killer fire pit. Oh, that's not our house. I wish that was our house. But that house is beautiful and the fire pit is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Kevin says, and will we get a live stream video tour of the new studio when it's completed? That would be aces. Kevin, absolutely 100%. That has got to happen. I have it in my mind's eye and I can't wait to show you guys. It's just going to be so good. Simone says, my car is home finally. Yay, you must be so happy. Oh, that's so nice to hear. I'm so glad. Azalta says, what happened to the car? I can't actually remember, but I'm sure. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so Simone's been restoring her Cortina. So that's right. I keep saying her because I keep saying Simone, and I have a friend called Simone, but then it's occurred to me that it might be Simone. So there, let's go with there. So so their car, they've been restoring it. So this is my brain. Welcome to my strange brain. Maysel says amazing. Zal says nice. Arno says that view, jealous. Yeah, the view is why we got the house, basically. Well, for me personally, that was like the major thing, and then the fact that we could do a studio at the back with that view. I mean, it's literally dream come true material. It really is. It's just bonkers. Azalsta says, Hannah doing a ding dong ditch with the doorbell. Wait, I'm confused. Ding dong ditch. This is... First of all, that's hilarious. I've just realised what you meant. So this is so weird. Yesterday, me and Tony went out with a friend of ours and her daughter, and she called it a ding-dong ditch. And we were like, what's a ding-dong ditch? And then she explained, like, do you mean knock down ginger? And then we realised that her term made so much more sense than ours. And now you've just said a ding-dong ditch. Second time I've ever heard that in the space of 2 days, and that would be hilarious if that was Hannah. I wouldn't put it past her, I'll be honest. Wouldn't put it past her that she'd go do that. That's hilarious. Ali says, and something to look forward to, mince pies will soon be on the shelves. It is true. Where are we at? August. Yeah, they usually get them out like September, don't they? Ludicrously early, but it is good because it gives us something extra to talk about, because we're obviously really bad at finding subjects to talk about here. Maysel says, the old studio still set up? No, so the old studio is in the old house. We sold the house in June, so I just haven't had anywhere to work for the last 2 months, which has been challenging mentally more than anything. I mean, I knew it was going to happen, but my sanity definitely relies a lot on having a space to work and be creative and all that sort of stuff. But it's fine. I think it's good. It's good for me. And weirdly, it gave me the space to step back and just take stock. So it's actually a really good thing. So Kevin is laughing at the Zalster. Hannah says, hilarious that someone is at the door. I thought it may be Mammy. So my parents live up the road now and they often cycle past. And so again, wouldn't put it past them. absolutely wouldn't put it past them. I have got a Tesco's delivery due at 3 o'clock, so I thought that they might be really early. Dan Lee says, you need a Ring doorbell, Em. It's a Google one, so I technically could have the thing here, but no. Should I tell you why we don't have the Ring doorbell? The reason we don't have, and someone is going to say, you can change it. The reason we don't have the Ring doorbell, well, 2 reasons. One, we use Google around the house, so it all sort of connects really well. But secondly, because the actual chime of the doorbell of Ring is just really gets on Tony's nerves. It's so funny. So that's why we don't have a Ring one. But anyway, Maysel says this place is so nice, the nature, etc. Yeah, it really is. We're so lucky. I just can't tell you how lucky we are. Nathan says, amazing. You left this screen on YouTube and it appeared on my phone on Instagram. It was like you ran between the screens. I'm in bits. Oh, Nathan, I wish you could have somehow videoed that. Nathan has a real knack for capturing moments that are very either inappropriate or funny out of context. So I'm gutted that you couldn't capture that in some way, but that is quite funny. Simone says, fantastic news on the studio and the house. Yeah, thank you. Like I say, so lucky, so lucky. David Frontman says, also, I'm travelling with little kitty called Josephina Cataneo. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's the way to travel, isn't it, with a kitty cat. Maysel Drums says, I see. Charlotte Bibby says, FYI drumsticks, great paint. Oh, stirrers. Oh, yeah. I agree. I used to use drumsticks a lot, old drumsticks. Enjoying the chat keeps me going. And David Odds is here. Hi, Emma. Hi, David. Gosh, we haven't spoken for ages as well. Oh, this is so brilliant. You've literally come in at the very tail end of this. But it's so lovely to see you. How are you? Are you well? Studio isn't done yet, David, but when it is, we'll have to do some more music for sure. So David is an amazing artist that I get to work with occasionally in my studio, and yeah, I meet so many amazing people through that studio. I just meet so many amazing people, full stop, like you guys. Maysel says you should record an open air video with this view. Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maysel says, if you want to, of course. You're so sweet, Maysel. Simone says, got to say, I don't trust the online cameras. Oh, fair enough. I'm getting a rescue cat soon. Oh, that's so lovely. Oh, yeah, we love cats in this house. We did try and have a cat, but unfortunately it didn't quite work out. Unfortunately, it was because it was a little kitten, and yeah, it was such a shame. But it's just one of those things, isn't it? It either works for your lifestyle or it doesn't, and we thought it would, but unfortunately not. It's a bit of a shame. But anyway, he's really happy now. He's with a new family with 2 young boys who are obsessed with him, which is amazing and exactly how it should be. So that's really nice. Got to give it to that family. Ali says, I'll remember that Charlotte next time I'm painting. I'll use the broken sticks. They're so useful. They're so useful for a lot of things. Kindling as well, if you want to stick them on a fire. David says, look forward to more recording. Yeah, me too. It's going to be awesome. Hannah says, I just need to tell you all, I'm eating Colin the Caterpillar in a jar. Look it up. Game changer. Oh my gosh. I mean, I feel like that's a mic drop for the end of the thing, the end of the live stream. Chris Pound says, I've been listening whilst going for a walk and found myself at Flower Festival with live music. What a treat. Everyone's having just the best day. Right. On that note, I'm going to call it. Thank you so much for being here for this first live stream back. I was so anxious and nervous. I was excited, and it's even more than it ever could have been. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that's here, that's been here today, and look up Colin the Caterpillar Cake in a Jar, because that sounds amazing. So a version of this will be up as a podcast episode and a YouTube episode in later on this week. Join me next week. I will try to sort out this whole streaming unlisted thing, but anyway, leave it with me. It will be fine. What I will say also, so if you do want to join us live, then just sign up emilyislive.com If you don't, totally fine as well. You can subscribe to the YouTube instead, or you can subscribe to the podcast if you just want to do it old school and not be part of this mentalness that happens in here. And also, also stay for the outro, because it is featuring one of the mainstays, and it made me laugh so much that they just had to have their own little platform. But I'm going to love you. I'm going to leave you. Have a lovely rest of your week. And yeah, if you've got any questions, always put them in emilyslive.com and I will endeavour to respond, or we can just chat like this, because that's fun too. But anyway, I'm going to love you. I'm going to leave you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week wherever you are. All right, lots of love, you guys. See you later. Bye.
And Emily is love. Ooh yeah, Emily is love.